Hello, it's Vladislav, it's me again, and today we're gonna talk about leagues and different leagues, their specifics, and everything about it. In the past episode, we talked a bit about the history of football and associations. Um, Today I'm gonna go more in depth about the leagues, different leagues. I'm gonna start with the five major leagues. For example, the Premier League, which is probably the most popular football league in the world. So, the Premier League consists of 20 football clubs from England and the surrounding isles. They play themselves twice a season. One season lasts from autumn to May, June, let's say summer, almost summer, yeah. 9 months, kind of. Sorry. They play themselves twice, once on the one team's stadium and once on the other team's stadium. A win grants the winning team 3 points in the overall score. They also watch goal difference, which is if a team wins by 1 goal, they get 1 goal difference added to their score. If a team wins by 2 goals, they get 2 goal difference added to the score. And on the other side, if a team loses by 2 goals, they get -2 on the goal difference scoreboard. But mainly points are watched. Only points are watched, except in the case of a draw. But I'll get to that bit later. So, as I said, a win grants you 3 points. In the history of competitions, they were sometimes given 2 points. There were some different aspects, but 3 points is the optimal. When a draw occurs, a draw can only occur in a league. It's a bit specific. It depends on the competition you're in. Because, for example, if you're playing in a tournament, there cannot be a draw. It just can't. Like if you're playing in an elimination game, for example, in the Champions League, and the first match can be a draw, but the second one cannot be a draw. Someone needs to win. I'll get into the Champions League in the next episode. This is a great episode. I think it's a great team to talk about. But let's continue with the leagues. So, a draw grants both teams 1 point. And their goal difference is unchanged. Nothing. They just get 1 point. And if a team loses, they get 0 points, while the other team gets 3 points. So yeah, that's pretty easy concept. It's not that hard to understand. The Premier League has 20 teams. Every team plays 18. Wait, was it? Yeah, every team plays 18 matches. Every team plays 38 matches in the season. I'm sorry about that. I got confused for a bit. Twice with every other team. 19 by 2, 38. I'm not sure how much exactly. You need to calculate 38 by 20. 20 clubs. That is 7,607. No. I think 760 matches overall. I'm not quite sure. I'm calculating in my mind, and I'm using my mind to calculate. Yeah, that is quite a lot. And the Premier League is the most unexpected league, I can put it that way, because the top 6 of the teams, they almost always get the top 6 places, but the competition is really great. For example, the 2016 season where Leicester won 2016-2017, was it? Or it was either 2015-2006. Yeah, 2015-2016 season. Leicester, which is by far not a top team, won the league with odds in the beginning 5,000 to 1, which is just an astounding number. It's one of the greatest football achievements ever. We'll probably cover that in another episode, but for now let's continue. In second place, or I should say maybe in the first place, because teams are better there, the Premier League is in a competition with the La Liga, the Spanish league, because the Spanish league has the likes of FC Barcelona, FC Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and other very, very great clubs. And Spain has been dominant for the last around 10 years in the Champions League, in the Europa League, Sevilla winning Europa League 3 times in a row. Also Real Madrid winning Champions League 3 times in a row. So yeah, it's been dominant until last year, where both finals of the Europa and Champions League were filled with English clubs. Tottenham, Liverpool, and Arsenal, Chelsea. Yeah, it was a great watch, but I'm not exactly a big fan of the Premier League. Then you have the Serie A, which is the Italian Liga. The competition there hasn't been really good for the past 7 or 8 years because Juventus have become dominant. The likes of AC Milan, it's just underperforming, underwhelming. Inter is trying to compete with it, but they're nowhere near the likes of Juventus, who purchased one of the best ever footballers, Cristiano Ronaldo, 2 years ago from Real Madrid. I'm sorry. So the Serie A is not really that. It's interesting, I should say, but they have some scandals, they have some problems. Juventus have been dominating for the last 7 or 8 seasons, so yeah. Then you have the Bundesliga, which is, you have the likes of Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, München Gladbach, Hoffenheim, but Leipzig, I should say. But Leipzig is a new club, it doesn't have much of a history. But they produce great players, and they could really be competitors for the title in several years. Or not in several years, even now they're competing for the Bundesliga title. Unfortunately, there is also a bit of monopoly there, because the Bundesliga has been, for the last 6 or 7 years, has been won only by Bayern Munich, which just always seemed like a level above everyone else. For the past 2 seasons, the Borussia Dortmund team have been pushing to win it, but they cannot manage it. They always crumble after the winter break, which is unfortunate. Also worth to mention, the Bundesliga consists of 18 teams instead of 20. The last 3 leagues I said consist of 20 teams. The Bundesliga has 18. And the last league I want to talk about today is the Ligue 1, which is the French league. And have nothing really much to say there. Before 2010, before the PSG, Paris Saint-Germain was acquired by Arabian businessmen, the league was different, different winners. But now, for the last 8 years, 7-8 years, the league was purely won by Paris Saint-Germain, which have a world-class squad. They have a lot of money, they can buy everything. They even bought, they have the record, both the first and second most expensive transfers ever, but in the likes of Neymar from Barcelona and Kylian Mbappe from Monaco. One exception I want to say is Monaco. They won the league 2 years ago, with great management skills, great players, peak performances. They reached the semi-finals of the Champions League, which is a huge achievement. So that's a bit of an anomaly, I should call it. But apart from that, it's the level of football there is a bit low. You still have the likes of Olympique Lyonnais, Olympique Marseille, Bordeaux, Nice, but that's really it. There is nothing really much to add. So I also want to talk about the league's specifics. For example, what are the rules? What is going on in there? And yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. So the rules I wanted to talk about is what happens when you finish first, last, in the middle of the table in different leagues. So for the top 5 leagues, if you finished first or second or third in England and La Liga, you automatically qualify for the Champions League, which is the highest club competition honor. If you finished fourth in the Premier League, for example, you were in the last qualifying round of the Champions League. That is a bit hard to explain, but I'll leave that in another video. If you finished 5th and 6th in the Premier League, you qualify for the Europa League. I think if you also finish 7 or 8, you can qualify, but I'm not quite sure about that. If you finish in the last 3 places, 18, 19 or 20th in the Premier League, you get relegated to the 2nd division. Every country has a top flight, like the Championship, the Grand League. They also have the lower levels. England is the most famous for many levels of football. They have the Premier League, the Championship on the 2nd level, League 1, which is the 3rd level, and then League 2, which is the 4th level. This is the official competitions. I think it goes down to 9th, 10th level. So if you finish last, you get relegated and next season you play in a different league in the same country. Yeah, I think it's easy to comprehend. For example, La Liga have their 2nd competition down. Every country has the second, 3rd, 4th, and down, but they don't get covered as much because it's not that interesting. The level of football is weaker, and yeah. What I wanted to say. Oh, I wanted to mention about team. So the first thing that is looked at is the points. Then you have the goal difference. Then you have the goal scored. If a draw occurs, if a draw for the championship or relegation occurs, the teams play at a neutral venue, because if they play at one or another stadium, there's gonna be it's gonna be unbalanced. The home team is probably gonna win, so they play a game for the title or to not get relegated. And yeah, that's it. One thing I want to mention, it's a specific. In the Bundesliga, the 16th place plays with the 3rd place team from the Bundesliga 2, which is the 2nd tier of German football. They play who to go to the Bundesliga. So if the 16th place team wins, they stay in the Bundesliga. If the 3rd place team from Bundesliga 2 wins, they go to the Bundesliga, and the 16th place goes down to Bundesliga 2. Pretty easy, I should say so. And for the other 20 club leagues, it's different. The who to go to the Champions League and who not to go is decided by the coefficient of a country, and I'm gonna go to that in the next episode. But thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.